For over a century, the annual Cheyenne Frontier Days has celebrated the history and culture of the American West. Each summer, the streets of Cheyenne, Wyoming come alive with rodeos, parades, and more as the city transforms into a living museum of cowboy culture. In this video, we'll take a look at the history of Cheyenne Frontier Days and explore how this unique celebration has shaped the identity of the American West. So put on your boots and grab your hat. It's time to saddle up and head to Cheyenne Frontier Days. Cheyenne Frontier Days is one of the world's biggest outdoor rodeos. It's all about celebrating the Western cowboy and the lively spirit of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Every July, people from all over come to watch thrilling events and join in the fun. After the Civil War, cowboys headed to the northern plains, guiding cattle herds from Mexico and Texas to supply beef to military posts in Wyoming. These cowboys were brave riders, and Cheyenne, surrounded by ranches, became a hub for cowboy sports. In 1896, cowboys from Two Bar Ranch held an informal contest in Cheyenne. The following year, the town's new mayor formed a board of trade to boost economic growth. Around the same time, the Union Pacific Railroad was encouraging towns to host festivals to attract tourists. Within weeks, the first Frontier Days took place at the Territorial Fairgrounds. It started as a bronco busting and steer roping event, but mostly featured pony races. Cowboys also showcased their skill in sorting cattle, branding calves, roping steers, and riding bucking broncos. Frontier Days soon became a highlight, drawing people eager to experience the Wild West atmosphere. The rodeo started growing the following year, extending to 2 days as Buffalo Bill's whole crew joined a parade and the Native Americans got a permanent spot. Buffalo Bill's real name was William Frederick Cody. He was one of the most famous and well-known individuals in the American Old West. He began his legend at the age of 23. Shortly after, he began performing in shows including cowboy themes and scenes from the frontier and Indian Wars. 6,000 people will watch the lively Wild West show, then head to the old fairgrounds, now called Frontier Park, for cowboy games and horse races. In 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt was a special guest at Cheyenne Frontier Days. During the 1920s and 1930s, movie stars like Pauline Frederick, William S. Hart, Tim McCoy, and others were regulars. Even humorist Will Rogers stopped by. The term rodeo as we know it today came from the Cheyenne Frontier Days Committee in the mid-1920s. Before that, it just meant a roundup in Spanish. Since the start, a wild horse race wraps up each afternoon's rodeo. The World's Championship Bucking Contest is a big hit. Horse races, artillery drills, and Indian war dances are also part of the lineup. Back in the day, downtown was the happening spot at night, with a carnival and street dancing on big pavilions. To deal with the noise and traffic, Frontier Nights was set up in 1929 at Frontier Park, along with a night show. Colorful rodeo women have been rocking the event since the early days. Cowgirls show off in trick riding, fancy roping, bronco riding, and some even take on bull wrestling and steer roping. The ladies' relay race always gets the crowd going. By 1998, a whopping 183,000 folks paid to catch the rodeos and night shows. Over 300,000 people make their way through Cheyenne in the last 2 weeks of July, pumping $2.5 million in sales for the city during Frontier Days. Now, here's how everything plays out. Before the big kickoff of Cheyenne Frontier Days every Friday, there's a special event that takes place the Sunday before. It's called the Cattle Drive, and it's a nod to the olden days when cowboys herded cattle across the Wild West. Hundreds of steers, guided by cowboys on horseback, trek 3 miles from Hines Boulevard into Frontier Park. In 2013, 447 steers made the journey, and by 2015, that number jumped to 550. The route starts from a pasture north of the city, cruises along Interstate 25, then through the city streets, and finally into the park. Behind the scenes of Cheyenne Frontier Days, there's a bustling crew of 18 working year-round, but when the event rolls around, they're joined by around 3,000 volunteers. Some of these volunteers get a little something for their time, but most are there for the love of it. There's a lot to do before, during, and after the event, from prep work to cleanup duty. In 2014, Cheyenne Frontier Days snagged a prestigious award. The Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, PRCA, large outdoor rodeo of the year. It wasn't their first rodeo, it was their 16th win, and they had been snagging it for 11 years straight. This rodeo, as I said earlier, isn't just a one-day affair. It spans a whopping 10 days, and it goes beyond bull riding. More saddle and bareback bronc riding than any other rodeo happens there. Plus, all the events happen daily, keeping the excitement levels high. What's more, this rodeo attracts the best of the best in the sport. Frontier Days offers thrilling competitions in 3 main categories: rough stock events, timed events, and track racing. In rough stock events, fearless riders take on challenges like bull riding, bareback bronc riding, saddle bronc riding, and rookie saddle bronc riding. Meanwhile, timed events demand precision and skill in activities such as steer wrestling, team roping, tie-down roping, and women's breakaway roping and barrel racing. Tie-down roping involves roping calves, steers, and senior steers. Some timed events, called slack events, occur outside regular hours and are open to the public for free. These include calf roping, team roping, steer roping, barrel racing, breakaway roping, and steer wrestling. After the dust settles from these intense competitions, one all-around champion emerges victorious. But the excitement doesn't end there. Frontier Days also holds special events like Saddle Bronc Futurity, trick riding, the Wild Horse Race, and the Dinner Bell Derby, adding even more thrills to the festivities. Among these notable events at Frontier Days is the Professional Bull Riders (PBR) Team Series, which began in 2022. This series pits teams of bull riders from different regions of the United States against each other. The action unfolds throughout the summer and autumn, building up to the Team Series Championship at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. While most events are held in the team's home cities, 2 neutral site events spice up the schedule, with Cheyenne being one of them. Here, teams clash in heart-stopping bull riding battles, showcasing the pinnacle of courage and skill in the rodeo world. The Touring Pro division of the Professional Bull Riders (PBR) made its mark at Cheyenne Frontier Days, running from 2001 to 2010 and later returning in 2018. Originally known as the Touring Pro division since its introduction in 1995, it briefly changed to the Challenger Tour in 2001, only to revert to its original name in 2010. Following this, Cheyenne Frontier Days witnessed a shift in bull riding events. In 2011, it became a regular stop for Championship Bull Riding, CBR, transforming into the World Finals venue for CBR from 2012 to 2018. The 2018 edition saw a unique setup with 2 organizations involved. The PBR sanctioned the first day as the Touring Pro Division event, while the following day hosted the 2018 CBR World Finals managed by the PBR. In 2019, the PBR introduced the Last Cowboy Standing event from its premier series, Unleash the Beast, to Cheyenne. However, the anticipated event in 2020 faced cancellation alongside the entire festival due to COVID-19 restrictions, only to bounce back in 2021, marking a triumphant return. Beyond the thrill of bull riding, Cheyenne Frontier Days boasts the Old West Museum, a year-round attraction welcoming visitors with a modest admission fee. Nestled within Frontier Park, the museum showcases various treasures, including a striking statue honoring bull riding legend Lane Frost astride a bull near the entrance. Inside, visitors delve into the rich history of the Old West through exhibits featuring an array of Western carriages and a dedicated section chronicling the storied past of Cheyenne Frontier Days. During the festival, the museum hosts a vibrant Western art show and sale, adding an artistic flair to the festivities. One of the museum's highlights is the Cheyenne Frontier Days Hall of Fame, paying tribute to rodeo luminaries such as Chris Ledoux, Lane Frost, and music icons like Reba McEntire, Johnny Cash, George Strait, Charlie Daniels, and Garth Brooks. Their everlasting contributions to the rodeo and entertainment world resonate within the museum's hallowed halls, ensuring their legacies endure for generations to come. But there's more. Since around 1980, the Western Art Show has been a staple event at the Cheyenne Frontier Days Old West Museum. It kicks off with a lively reception on the first day, coinciding with the opening day of Frontier Days. The show highlights top-notch artists specializing in Western and wildlife themes, showcasing their work through various mediums. Guests who sign up for the reception enjoy exclusive perks, including the opportunity for instant purchase through a Buy It Now option and participation in a live auction, granting them early access to coveted artworks. Alongside admission to the art show, Ticket holders also gain entry into the Governor's Mansion reception, receive the official Western Art Show poster and catalog, and indulge in a hearty Western dinner. Once the special event wraps up, the general public can freely explore and purchase artworks at the museum by paying the regular admission fee. Then, there's the Air Force Base. The thing is, the bond between F.E. Warren Air Force Base and Cheyenne date back to their shared history. Established in 1867, the U.S. Cavalry laid the groundwork for Fort D.A. Russell, the forerunner to the present-day base, coinciding with Cheyenne's founding. During Frontier Days, the base opens its doors to offer tours and specials, inviting visitors to delve into its rich heritage. Attendees can embark on historic home tours, witness military reenactments, and explore missile systems firsthand. Other highlights include special demonstrations and transportation options. Nestled on the outskirts of western Cheyenne, off Interstate 25, the base serves as a testament to the enduring connection between the military and the community. Amidst the festivities, Cowboy Church holds a special place, gathering believers on the first and last Sundays of Frontier Days. These uplifting services take place in the B Stand, though the location may vary. Embracing inclusivity, some services are non-denominational, welcoming attendees from all walks of life. Additionally, specific services cater to cowboys, exemplified by gatherings like the Fellowship of Christian Cowboys, fostering a sense of fellowship and spiritual connection amidst the frontier spirit. Another notable event during Frontier Days is the potential opening of the Wyoming National Guard's doors to the public. While not an annual occurrence, this open house offers a glimpse into the equipment and operations of both the National Guard and F.E. Warren Air Force Base. Attendees may even be treated to awe-inspiring performances by the U.S. Naval Parachute Team, known as the Leapfrogs. Shuttle buses from Frontier Mall streamline transportation to the event, where valid IDs are a must, and stringent security measures ensure the safety of all participants. So here you have it. Throughout its history, Cheyenne Frontier Days has kept the cowboy spirit alive, welcoming everyone to experience the excitement and hospitality of the American West. It's a tradition that has continued to bring people together to celebrate cowboy culture and the adventurous spirit of the frontier. And with over $1 million in cash and prizes up for grabs, it's no wonder top competitors flock to Cheyenne Frontier Days. The next one will take place from July 19 to 28, and Fox 31 has confirmed the big names who will take the stage in Wyoming, from Turnpike Troubadours and the Red Clay Strays to Machine Gun Kelly. Are you going to attend? Please let me know in the comments section below. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel to keep the rodeo spirit alive and going.